Haha, I have no clue why I started the video like that, I just kinda wanted to laugh. Now, anyway, there's been a lot of talk over this one topic, Arkham Batman versus PS5 Spider-Man, and who would win. Now believe me, I'm 100% positive that after you guys watch this video, you'll have no doubt in your mind about who wins this fight. I've put this video into 9 categories, those being strength, speed, durability, intelligence, battle intelligence, combat, skill, weapons, and abilities. I think you guys understand how this works, so let's move on with our first category, that being strength. Now, I honestly believe that some of Arkham Batman's strongest strength feats are overpowering Killer Croc and knocking around Solomon Grundy. Believe me, those feats are very good. He was able to overpower 2 people much bigger than him, but his feats kinda pale in comparison to PS4 Spider-Man's. First of all, this big crane just falls down and he casually saves everyone. Not to mention that he's casually lifting up helicopters and cars with utter ease. And this feat right here, where he lifts up the train out of the freaking ground, like who does this man think he is? Superman? No matter which way you look at it, Arkham Batman is just leagues inferior when compared to PS5 Spider-Man. Now, moving on to our next category, that being speed. I think this category is much closer than people would actually think. I think most people think just because Spider-Man dodged lightning, he's leagues faster, when that's not even the case, because he gets tagged by people like Silver Sable, Black Cat, and a bunch of other people. Now, I'd say Spidey's fastest speed feat is when he dodged lightning like I just mentioned earlier. It is a very good feat, but since he gets tagged by so many normal people without powers, it kinda dumps down the feat. Comes down the feet. But this man Batman was so fast that he could defeat people and they couldn't even see what happened. I'm still mad about that boss fight with Deathstroke, so lame bro. Batman defeated him honestly so quickly. Not to mention he's easily keeping up with Ra's al Ghul, a trained fighter who's had hundreds of years of experience, and Deathstroke, who he easily defeated. This speed topic is very, very close, closer than people actually think. But I think I'd just give it to Spider-Man slightly because of the spider sense. Now, moving on to our next category, that being durability. Now, PlayStation Spider-Man's durability is very, interesting. I could just say it like that, yeah. He gets constantly knocked out by explosions. This one explosion that knocked him out made utterly no sense because Miles Morales, a normal human, got up before Spider-Man. He's just standing there, not menacingly, just knocked out. I thought Spider-Man was always supposed to get back up, but I guess I was wrong. And it happened again in the Miles Morales game. He just gets knocked out by an explosion. Also, I was playing Spider-Man 2, and Kraven stabs Peter with his blade, and it literally kills him, and the symbiote suit revives him. Now, if this was anyone else who got stabbed and killed by Kraven's blade, it would make sense. But this is Spider-Man. One stab? It's just sad, man. It really is.
Yeah, what do we do?
Let us raise temperature.
Oh, bad, bad, very bad. Pete, are you okay? No. No, no, no!
I'm okay. I've got him. Headed your way. Be ready.
Okay.
Is this the best you can do?
Now, moving on to Arkham Batman, this guy's durability is insane. Like that one time Barbara Gordon is falling off a building and Batman saves her in midair and tanks the fall from like 100 feet. Not to mention his arms are literally getting cut by Ra's al Ghul's swords, but it's not doing anything at all to them. Like, what a goat. Not to mention he effortlessly tanks explosions. Like, he'll set explosions off right by him because he knows he can tank them. Like, who is actually stopping this man? Also, there's one thing that just seals the deal for me. That one time the crane fell and it hits PS4 Spider-Man, knocking him out. No, he actually got knocked out from that. He just woke up very quickly. Like, getting knocked out by a crane is really insane. Haha, that rhymed. I also just think that PS4 Spider-Man's durability is way too inconsistent. And that he just gets knocked out by things he really shouldn't. Like the explosions, the crane. Arkham Batman would have tanked that with ease.
You'll just break out and do it again.
Think of it as a running gag. No! You fell for the old fake Joker gag, Batman.
Batter up!
Now, moving on to our next category, that being intelligence. Some of Spider-Man's best intelligent feats are being able to build highly advanced suits with low funds. Now, that is a pretty good feat, being able to build highly advanced suits and make advanced gadgets without that much money, but Arkham Batman was able to solve like 200 riddles in 12 hours. Arkham Batman outsmarted an army. This big creature thing shows up, aka Man-Bat, and Arkham Batman's all like, hold on, I know how to make a cure. Like, how? And there's so many other feats, like him being able to scan the rooms, see footprints, and see where the enemy leads. Also, Batman is known as the world's greatest detective, and even Ra's al Ghul acknowledges him as that. Alright, I think being able to cure random creatures, outsmart armies, and just solve 200 riddles in one night earns him the point over Spider-Man. Alright, moving on to our next category, that being battle intelligence. Basically, quick thinking and knowing what to do during fights. PlayStation Spider-Man really used quick thinking when webbing up the crane. And he honestly had to think very fast in those moments, because if he didn't, people would have died. Also, that one time he stopped the train, like I mentioned earlier, he did try something else, like to do it the way Tobey Maguire did that one time, but it didn't work. And naturally, I feel like he should have been panicking, but you know, it's Spider-Man, so he keeps his calm composure and figures out another way to do it, that being lift the train above the freaking ground. Very normal. And those feats where stuff is falling or stuff is going really fast and people could really get hurt, that really shows his quick thinking. Now, moving on to Arkham Batman, we'll see him dodge attacks he knows he can't parry. Like, he can parry a punch and a bat swing, but he can't parry a sword because he knows that it's just too risky. Also, he can't even parry a knife because he could get stabbed. Also, Batman is just a normal human, so he'll have more struggles than Spider-Man when he fights. Like, if someone's bigger, he'll have to find ways to defeat them. If someone has a shield, he'll usually slide under it, that type of thing. Not saying Spider-Man doesn't do that either, I'm just saying since Batman is a normal human, he has to find ways to work around people that are bigger or stronger than him. Another cool thing about Arkham Batman is that when he does those fear tactic interrogation things, not fear tactic interrogations, what word am I looking for? The stealth missions, yeah. During the stealth mission, he can use his detective vision to see his enemy's condition. Like, he'll be able to tell if an enemy is normal, scared, terrified. Just being able to see that, really, he can really plan the next move ahead and know what to do next to the enemy. Our next category, that being combat. Spider-Man does show a lot of combat movement, the way he dodges, the way he kicks people, the uppercuts. That definitely requires a lot of combat knowledge. But like, this fight with Deathstroke in the snow, Spider-Man is very well knowledged on combat, but he's not doing all that. Like, what is Batman even doing at this point? Fighting for his life, that's what. Just throwing punches after kicks and kicks after punches, bro. Like, this is insane. Also, since Spider-Man has super strength and Batman doesn't, Batman kinda has to find a way to fight people without the strength. So his combat skills have to be higher than the average person's, or he's just gonna get destroyed. Look at it like this. Say you were in Spider-Man's shoes and you had all his abilities. I doubt basically anyone would feel the need to train because they're stronger than basically everyone. But since Batman isn't stronger than everyone, there's people that are stronger than him. Bane, he has to train his combat skills. They have to be trained to perfection or he'll just die. Enough talk about combat. I think we all know that this point goes to Arkham Batman. On to our next category, that being skill. Arkham Batman has been shown that he's skilled enough to drive a plane. Yep, that's what you do. You drive a plane, fly a plane, drive a car, and skilled in many different martial arts. Also, seems like he's a very skilled scientist. Like, he can literally cure creature thingies, and he's a very, very good detective. Very skilled in that department. Now, Spider-Man is very skilled. Like, he's been able to build his own suits, like I mentioned earlier, and build gadgets off of low funds. And by the way, what the heck happened to those gadgets in Spider-Man 2? Like, did he just run out of money or something? And even when he was training Miles Morales to be Spider-Man, he said that web swinging requires precision and very good accuracy, or he'll just overswing or underswing. So he is very skilled in a lot of things. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think Spider-Man is that skilled in combat compared to Batman. To be honest with you guys, I just think Arkham Batman takes this. Arkham Batman has this big electric gun. He has this explosion gun. He can just grapple onto things. And he has a literal tank at his arsenal. Spider-Man doesn't have a tank. And not to mention, Spider-Man has lost weapons and gadgets in Spider-Man 2. So this point is definitely going to Arkham Batman. Now moving on to our last category, that being abilities. Batman has some pretty good abilities, like being able to do, well, he can do basically nothing. Yeah, that's his ability. Spider-Man, on the other hand, has super strength, enhanced speed, enhanced durability, but that seems like Cap to me. Spider sense, endurance, stamina. So since Spider-Man actually has abilities, this point pretty much just goes to him by default, honestly. Unless Batman actually has abilities and he's just holding back and hiding his... No, this point definitely goes to Spider-Man. Here are the results to the fight. Spider-Man got 3, Arkham Batman got 6. So I humbly believe that if Arkham Batman and PS5 Spider-Man, PlayStation Spider-Man, whatever we're calling him, fought, Arkham Batman would be victorious. With his weapons, durability, battle intelligence, he would find out Spider-Man's weaknesses and definitely be able to exploit them. Now, Spider-Man does have that strength advantage during this fight, but not even a strength advantage is enough to say that you can beat Batman, because if it was, a ton of people would have beat Batman. So when it really comes down to it, Arkham Batman would definitely win this fight.